The Jets snapped a 3-game losing streak. They had a lot of fun afterwards. What do you make of this Jets win and all the talk that's following it, Peter?
Yeah, it was a great win for the Jets. Zach Wilson looked good again. That's 2 consecutive weeks. The defense was awesome, and Breece Hall got it done. But that was all about Hackett yesterday. And I know I was doing the Fox show yesterday, and I asked a lot of the ex-players, I'm like, would this play a role? And I'm like, I think it's something for the media. It was real. Like, they really wanted this one for Hackett.
Yeah.
After the game, he got the game ball. And he's like, let's give this to Sal, gives him the game ball. And Hackett, holding back tears, is basically just like, thanks. He's not a me guy at all. He just got run over by a train in August, who was minding his own business when Peyton made his comments. And then for them to have that offense, they put up huge numbers on offense. The quarterback looked great. Look at all the different players hugging him on the sideline.
Did I hear he was made a captain for the game?
He was.
That's unbelievable.
Rap Sheet had a great report before the game. They made Hackett a captain. Why does he have that black and blue under? He had the eye black on his eye because all the players were wearing them, and they were hugging him. It's a cool moment. This Jets team has become a laughingstock from 2 weeks ago when they lost to the Patriots to now being like this cool story, and to see them rally around Hackett. I swear, if you haven't seen the C.J. Uzomah pregame speech about Sean Payton...
It's not subtle.
It's not subtle. It's on the nose. And if you don't think it played a role in yesterday's win, you're not following this Jets team. It was real all week, and they get the victory. They go in there, and they go into Denver. And real quick, Sean Payton aside, Hackett coached 15 games in Denver and got fired and was never given another shot and was blamed for a lot of one-score losses. And everyone's narrative is just that he stinks, he sucks. Jets guys kind of like him, and the players kind of like him, and this Jets offense is moving the ball even without Aaron Rodgers. So for him, that was cool to have a day. Very often we talk about the players. This is very rarely we talk about the offensive coordinator, but this one was for Hackett yesterday.
No, and I think to your point, I think that does play a role. I'm a former player. I'm a member of the media now, and I'm watching that game, and I'm hoping the Jets win because of Sean Payton's comments in the preseason. So I think for the players, they definitely wanted to step up and win that game for them. And they won that game, and you saw the last play, and you see Russell Wilson scrambling, and you asked it. Quincy Williams, their defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, said before the game, no linebacker is playing better football than Quincy Williams right now in the NFL. I would argue Fred Warner.
Jeff had Fred Warner.
Fred Warner.
He had a Fred
He
Warner.
did. He was in San Fran with him. Fred Warner, he's there too. But Quincy Williams is not just yesterday. He's been unbelievable through 5 weeks in this season for this New York Jets defense. He's making big hits. Last year, I started doing ooh-wee. Quincy Williams is on there each and every week, lighting somebody up, and he's taking another step this year, and his brother gets all the love. Quentin Williams tweeted yesterday, Quincy Williams, all-pro.
Yes.
These two are unbelievable for this defense, but it's so fun watching the way Quincy Williams flies around the field. He hits anything moving and just makes play after play.
It is really incredible that the Jets rallied and cared this much about Nathaniel Hackett. It's incredible because this is not a guy that they have this long history with. It's not like this beloved institution like a Dante Scarnecchia type who's been there for years.
Right.
Like, this is the first year here. He's been there for a few months. And it's not like most of them probably don't even know him that well, and yet they were still that passionate. I think they're crying about it and hugging on him and everything, and it's just, you don't like seeing people get sucker punched.
Yep.
No one does. That's not a Jet thing. It's not a football thing. That's just a person thing. Of course it didn't go well last year. It was terrible. It was a complete embarrassment. But he just got sucker punched. He's walking down the street and someone punched him in the face for no reason. It was totally gratuitous. It was in poor taste by Peyton. And I think the Peyton part of it is like, look, Sean, I think it was kind of cool that he put on the black hat. And he's going to be like, I'm going to kick some ass. And there's a new sheriff in town, and I'm going to be unapologetic, and there's going to be a different Denver Broncos. I actually dig that. You got to have a good team then, man. You got to show up because, if you want to pair he and Russ against each other, Russ is playing some pretty good football. It's the last couple of weeks, when you watch the Broncos, you're not like, well, Russ doesn't have, you're just not. So, Sean, what is the team that you're presenting right now? Because you're the guy who was looked at as the savior and this Hall of Famer, and the team's just really bad. And you lost to not a great Jets team by double digits at home, and you barely beat the Bears. So, I don't know. I would just, aside from the stories and the headlines and the bleep talking, can we just have some good football eventually from Coach Payton? Because that is ultimately what he is known for, is good football and good offense, and we have neither. I feel terrible talking about Denver like this. It's dreariness year after year, and in a way, this is worse because we were promised better. It sucks.
People are so happy for Hackett. I was so happy for Zach Wilson because it's also been a rough go for him. time, and it wasn't how the season was supposed to play out for them. So especially after that play where Surtain makes an unbelievable, I mean, it was such a good play, but in that moment I was like, oh, Zach Wilson's gonna
I know.
this is again.
I know.
So to see
They
him
did.
standing at that podium, he deserved one for sure. The Jets back on track.